G'day, Farming Simulator fans. Welcome back to Spudman Farms. This is a new series, and I think my first series for Farm Sim 25. This is Ray County, Missouri, by No Creek Farms, with Thunder's row crop system. We're currently just harvesting some corn here. I think the plan for this series kind of will be to general row crops and stuff like that, try out that system, and I think we're going to do some animals as well, and just kind of build the farm up. We're just about done with this farm here. Or this field, I should say. But then that field over there will need to be done. But this video will just be, we'll finish off this field, and then we're going to get into some cornstalk baling. So yeah, I think that's the plan for the video. So let's get at her. Alright, like I said in the intro, I'm going to primarily be kind of row crop, but we're going to get into some animals. I think maybe cattle for sure, maybe pigs. We'll get a couple horses, and I think that'll kind of be the main input for, baling, and we'll do some grass work and stuff like that too, and kind of, like I said, build the farm up. As of right now, we're pretty old school in the sense of some of the equipment, some older tractors, combines, I'm not exactly sure in the year for these combines, but I would guess probably, 20 years, maybe, or so. We'll find that out, or I'm sure I'll be told. Yeah, so we planted some winter wheat over there, in that field there. And then, after this field's all baled up and done, I think the plan will be to, I read somewhere, is if you do with precision farming, if you do the oilseed radish in a field over winter, you get paid out for it. So we're going to till this field up and put in some oilseed and see what it's like, see if we get anything paid out for it. So anyways, while that's unloading, we'll do just a kind of quick little equipment tour here. So we have the Lexion 570 with the 608C deer head for our combine, and then we have this Challenger tractor, the 665 with the 875 J&M grain cart, and then we have our 9000 Ford and our Merit trailer. Then we have a JCB loader for loading our bales and whatever other jobs we can find for it. And I believe our 92 Dodge. That's going to haul our bales. Our Challenger baler that will go with our other tractor. Yes, I did the headland around this before I kind of got really into combining there at the start. And then we have our 4455 two-wheel drive tractor that, run the rake, and it'll run a feeder, and it's going to run our auger for our grain tanks too when we go to unload that truck here later on, and whatever other little jobs we can find for it. And then we also have, and then our final tractor is our Alice Chalmers 8070 with our 9433 sunflower grain drill. This would be kind of our main planting tractor. We also have a John Deere think 12-row corn planter that we'll use as well for corn and beans. This will be just for wheat and our winter, whatever other winter crops we do, cover crops. We might get in some other crops along the way too. I'm not entirely sure. And then we also have our sunflower cultivator with just the rolling baskets on the back to kind of make that nice seed bed. And that's pretty much... Oh, and we have a best way sprayer. I think that's kind of all we have for equipment at the moment. There's our auger and our grain head there. Yeah, I believe that's everything for right now. So, alright, we'll get back into... We'll start baling. Alright, so we're going to bale in here. We got our 44, 55 running the rake, and we got the 665 Challenger behind us with the baler. I don't know how well I did this counting wise before, but as long as we do 2 rows at a time, we can jump and skip rows. So I think, yeah, the plan for when we finish this field, we'll set the combine off in that field, hired hand, and we'll get the harrows on the Challenger tractor, and we'll go and we'll work the land in this field, and then we'll get planting some oilseed radish as a cover crop for this field, and then we'll see what the payout is for it. I don't know if it pays you right away or if it's must be for the new year. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I just seen a post about it somewhere, and I figured I'd try it. This would be a good spot to try it. And I think it only works if you do precision farming, like use that mod, so which I have on. So we'll do that and then see what we get out of it. Well, that's good. My counting was right. I wasn't sure if it was going to be or not, just because the way I did the headlands and then came back into the rows, just the way I came down the field when I was finished doing the headlands. I wasn't sure if I had gotten it or not, but it worked out pretty good. So this will work out, then we can just go down up to the top and come back down. So yeah, it's been a while since I made an actual video. I think the last one I was on was a row crop kind of version of No Creek Farms. I think it was No Creek Farms. His first map, which was I think called No Creek Farms, and then he made Medicine Creek, and now this one, Ray County, Missouri. But it was for 22. As you can look back, you can see the videos. It was fun. I get into making videos, and then I either get busy or something comes up, and I just kind of get behind on making them, and then I just end up stop making them. But hopefully I'm going to have some time this winter that I can make them. I'm going to make them. Try and make a bunch at one time so I can kind of keep a steady amount coming out. But yeah, this will be the first one. I have another series that I'm kind of making, but I kind of messed up the first couple videos. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it without restarting, because I already got some work into it. But it's a start from scratch. I just don't know how to kind of get it out, or if I should just start my first video, even though it would technically be my third one. But I'd like to put that out there. And yeah, when I started kind of my farm sim content, a lot of it was from SF19 or Farm Sim 19, and a lot of that was on Xbox. So a lot of my original videos, were on Xbox. Then I got back into my PC and did a lot of that, and I did a lot of content on Instagram for 19 and into 22. And then I started moving a lot of my content over to Facebook, because I just found my Instagram wasn't growing as much as it was before, and now I'm primarily just post on Facebook. So, and if you happen to follow me on Facebook, a lot of my content recently has been from my Forest River farm save, which I was kind of making into a series, but I don't know. There's a lot of big fields in that, and a lot of kind of monotonous, just kind of work to it. So I think I'll just keep it as just posting pictures and stuff like that. I make the odd video content from it, but yeah. So, but I kind of wanted to get back into making YouTube videos. So here we are. We're getting along pretty good. We're almost done. So I think we'll finish the video off with the baling, and then the next video we'll get into doing this and like working the land and planting, and then we'll get the hired hand out going into the corn. And then, so yeah, that'll be the plan for the next video. And then probably the video after that, we'll finish the corn, do a little bit more baling maybe, and then we'll have to try and find some. I think the corn stalks in this probably are just for bedding. It'd be the same as like a straw bale. So we'll have to find some grass maybe, or we'll probably just have to buy it this round, or wait till the spring and do some silage. Actually, we might be able to even leave a bit of that field and do some corn silage, hire a crew to come in and do it for us, and yeah, we'll do a little bit of corn silage and get some hay and some grass and start with cattle and get them going. And then, but then, the following year and then this next season, we'll have I got too far ahead. We'll have our winter wheat, so we can do that. Jesus. So yeah, we have the winter wheat. We can bale the straw for that, and I don't know. Again, we'll figure something out. Like I said, I think we can do some of the silage and stuff like that. Alright, we'll do a little baling then, I guess. Yeah, we'll just catch this back up with the rake, and we'll finish off, and then we might load a couple bales just to that'll finish off the video, and we'll go from there. Alright, we're just about done here. Worked out pretty good. there was an even amount of rows to rake together. It's always kind of nice. Just let the baler catch up again. Alright, there we go. It's all done up there. We'll let the baler finish off, and we'll go and we'll load a couple bales up. Alright, so a little bit of a problem here. Turns out the loader's not big enough for 3 bales. I was originally going with the 4 bale grapple, and then I thought it kind of looked a little big for this loader, so I was like, I'll go with the 3. So I may try the 2. If that doesn't work, I'll have to try something else, I guess. But I think we'll leave the video off there for today. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you'll enjoy this series. I'll get a little bit better of kind of talking throughout the videos. I feel like I rambled a lot. I said a lot. I know I did. Otherwise, yeah. I'm hoping this will be a fun series. I'm looking forward to kind of playing on this map and using the row crop system. And, you know, kind of keeping a little old school. We'll progress and grow the farm and get some newer equipment, newer tractors and stuff like that. But, you know, it's kind of nice to try this old equipment. I'd like to use this loader, but I'm feeling it might be, even with 2 bales on it, it was going pretty good. So we'll just have to see. Anyways, again, thanks for watching, and until next time, thanks.